Let's go, boys! No! 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 This is the greatest movie of all time. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is the greatest movie in human history.
This is like my, I don't know, 8th time watching Whiplash. I just want to talk about some of the things I like about the movie and just the movie in general, because it's my favorite movie and it's possibly the best movie of all time. Question mark? In my eyes at least. It's my favorite, it's so good. I'm gonna be all over the place with this video, so let's just start somewhere. In the beginning of the movie, I like how the two bands are framed. Nassau Band is where the scrubs play, you know, the noobs. You're not that good, that's why you're in Nassau Band. Studio Band, Fletcher's band, is where you want to be if you want to take this music thing to the next level and become pro. And you can even tell by the music that they practice and play that the two bands aren't even in the same league. The music that Nassau Band plays sounds lame and basic. It doesn't sound as interesting as to what Studio Band is practicing and playing. The music that Studio Band plays sounds more intense, complex, more advanced compared to Nassau Band. I thought that was really interesting. It's like Weenie Hut Jr. is Nassau Band, where all the lames play. It's not that serious, it's very easygoing. You can tell because this dude, Joe, Nassau Band's teacher, he just lets Fletcher interrupt his band, literally just barges in. No dispute or nothing, like, what are you doing, Fletcher? You know, this is my band. And Joe just takes it. He pretty much said, do your thing, Fletcher, do your thing. And I don't really blame him. Fletcher's kind of scary. He's a little bit intimidating, a little bit. While Studio Band is a salty spittoon. Fletcher runs his band like a tight ship. It's tough, it's extreme. I really like how they showed that. I thought it was a really cool way to show how different the two bands are. Probably like my second favorite part of the whole movie. It's really cool, cool stuff. Little fun fact, how I got interested in wanting to watch Whiplash. I remember watching, I don't know, it was like a meme or something, and it showed the part where Andrew gets hit by the truck, he's bleeding and everything. I was like, wow, I kind of want to watch it. And I had a lot of questions, you know, where is he running to? Why is he running? What's so important that he tanks this hit from a truck? Like, what's he doing? I remember wanting to watch it and no streaming service had it. And you're probably thinking, okay, just watch it on some website. Yeah, but I was scared back then. Back then, I was a little bit afraid of pirating or going on pirate websites and watching it from there. Now, I don't care. I'm literally pirating everything. Yeah, so I was a little scared and I waited like a couple years to watch Whiplash, maybe like 2 years, 2-3 years. Cause then it finally hit Prime. It was free on Prime, but there's ads with the movie. That's how I watched Whiplash the first time, with 3-minute ads every like 20 minutes. But that didn't stop me from enjoying the movie. But yeah, later on it hit Netflix and I watched it from there. That's the fun fact. The first time I watched Whiplash, the twist at the end got me. Fletcher got me, he tricked me. Yeah, cause I really thought Fletcher wanted to make amends with Andrew. In the bar scene, it really felt like Fletcher just wanted to make stuff right. It felt like Fletcher was like, you know what, you got me. I was a little mean and I want to give you this opportunity to show you that I'm sorry and that I was wrong. That's how Fletcher made it seem. But that's not what happens. He double crosses Andrew. He knows that it was Andrew that snitched and why he lost his job. I guess I forgot Fletcher was super petty and that he would want to get some revenge on someone he doesn't really like. He screws over Andrew. Andrew's never going to play music professionally ever again. That's it for Andrew. That's it. He's embarrassed. He leaves the stage. But Andrew goes back out. He goes out on his own terms. He plays Caravan. And I thought of this on my 8th time watching Whiplash. Why does Fletcher go along with it? Why does he get the band to play Caravan with Andrew? He already got what he wanted. He ruined Andrew's chances of playing music professionally. Obviously he goes along with it because it's part of the movie, right? But I remembered Fletcher doesn't want to be embarrassed in front of all those people. That would probably make him look bad. and Fletcher doesn't want to look bad, so that's why he goes along with it. Andrew going back out is my favorite part of the whole movie. I feel like that's what really got me into thinking Whiplash is the best movie of all time. Okay, dinner scene. Ooh, what is wrong with Andrew's dad, Jim? What's his problem? Heard from Lincoln Center? Like, what? What's your problem? Oh my god, man. The whole scene is weird. No one in his family cares what Andrew is doing. They diminish his accomplishments. They minimize it, like his aunt saying, "Oh, and Andy, with your drumming." They all hate him. They don't like him. The dinner scene really shows you why Andrew is the way he is. Nobody in his family gets it. They don't understand what it means to pursue a career in music. Look, Andrew is a bit of an asshole, right? But let's put ourselves in Andrew's shoes for a minute. He's getting disrespected so hard, like, it's not even funny how little they care. They interrupt him, and when it does go back to him, they don't care. Before making this video, I watched Whiplash again for the 8th time. This time I was analyzing the movie more, and I understand where Andrew's coming from. I'm noticing some new stuff for the first time, like his aunt and uncle shrugging, like, we don't know what this means, whatever. It seems important to him. Like, bruh. And I imagine the situation wasn't a one-time thing. This has definitely happened in the past. Not one-to-one, right? But picture a situation where a younger Andrew is talking about wanting to become a professional musician and how he loves the drums, and little Andrew's talking about, "Oh, I've been practicing my paradiddle. My paradiddle's kind of nice. It's double time swing, all this stuff." And the same thing. No one really cares, and Travis and Dustin get all the attention. Again. In their eyes, Andrew is just hitting stuff and making noise. They're not impressed. That's why I can understand his comment towards Travis. It's Division 3. He feels like that's nothing compared to what he's doing. Andrew thinks that he's the one that should be getting the praise Travis and Dustin get, but he gets it from no one. His whole family kind of hates him, and it's a very hostile environment. It's very like, it feels weird. You would think the one person that Andrew could count on, and give him his flowers, his props, will be his dad, right? He sort of gets it. Now I'm trying to put myself in Andrew's dad's shoes. Jim, why would his dad say that to Andrew? Heard from Lincoln Center? I'm really trying to think how a conversation in the past between Andrew and his dad would go. We can infer that Andrew has definitely said that he doesn't care if he dies early, if it meant he can become one of the greats. And his dad hates that ideology. That's pretty understandable, right? What parent would want their kid to die early? Yeah, I get it. He hates what drumming is doing to his son and how obsessed Andrew is to become great. So I really think that's Jim's beef with drumming, and why he does support what Andrew is doing, kinda, to some degree, but at the same time, he doesn't want to lose his son. In the beginning of the movie, he even says to Andrew, "You got plenty of options still." Kinda nudging him like, "Hey, maybe you should move on from drumming so you don't die early." So I can see why he would say that. Heard from Lincoln Center? But it's still pretty mean. His dad of all people should know how much that comment would hurt Andrew. Like, bruh, what's wrong with you? His dad is the only dude in his corner at this point of the story. But he's faker than fake. Jim is such a pushover, man. This guy is such a coward. He lets everyone walk all over him. This is the man Andrew is supposed to look up to and get his drive to become great from? This guy right here? Nah. In the movie theater, someone bumps into him with a popcorn bucket and he says sorry. What? Where would Andrew be without Fletcher? He'd probably still have his girlfriend. But you're not becoming one of the greats with Jim by your side. If anything, his dad is trying to stop him from becoming great and quit drumming. Without Fletcher, Andrew would still be working at Starbucks. And that brings me to my next point. Is Fletcher actually a bad guy? A bad person? Look, I get it. He kinda killed Sean Casey. Cool. But, no, but seriously, take out the qualities that make Fletcher a bad person, and you're just left with the teacher that wants the best out of his students, pushing them out of their comfort zone for a chance to become great. And what's so wrong with that? I feel like Andrew's dad is the real bad guy here, if I'm being honest. I think deep down, Fletcher actually cares about his students. He just shows it in a more intense way. Like, when Sean Casey died, he was sad, right? I mean, he was probably more sad because Sean Casey was really good and then he died, or he killed himself. But I think somewhere deep down, he actually cared about Sean Casey. Alright, let's talk about the ending. I don't think it's as dark as people make it out to be. Does Fletcher ultimately get what he wants at the end? Does he win? Yeah, he got his Charlie Parker. But I think Andrew wins as well. Sure, he has his battle scars, but to Andrew, it's worth it. That's the price you gotta pay. I personally feel like, deep down, Andrew appreciates what Fletcher did to him. Obviously, he doesn't like all the slapping and yelling and stuff, but he respects Fletcher. At the end of the movie, he doesn't hate Fletcher, but he doesn't like him either. I feel like Andrew finally understood what Fletcher was actually doing. He gets why Fletcher put him through all that stuff, and appreciate it because where else was Andrew going to get this inspiration, this drive to become great? Also, a lot of people think because of what Fletcher did, Andrew's gonna end up like Sean Casey or Charlie Parker. But I don't think that's true. I don't think Andrew's gonna die drunk and broke at 34. Maybe I'm too optimistic, but I really feel like Andrew's gonna live a long and healthy, successful life as a professional musician. Andrew's gonna be alright. Don't worry about him. He showed out on the big stage, did his thing. He's definitely on his way to become one of the greats. But yeah, like, man, I really wish that we could see what happens after they finish Caravan. I just want to see maybe like 5 to 10 minutes more. Are Andrew and Fletcher celebrating? Are they hugging each other, high-fiving? Like, oh, we just killed it. Or is Andrew mad? Like, is he pissed off because of what Fletcher did to him? Or what? Is he shaking his hand like, thank you, Fletcher? Does the audience like it? Are they applauding and, you know, woo? Are they confused? Are they just quiet in silence? Like, what's going on, man? Yeah, I feel like that's how you know the movie's good. When it ends and you want to see more. But sometimes less is more. Like right now, I'm talking about the ending. But yeah, man, I just wish like 5 more minutes, man. Give me 5 more minutes. But yeah, this is the price you gotta pay for greatness. It's up to you if you think it was all worth it or not. It really comes down to what you value as a person. For some people, they'll sacrifice everything in the pursuit of becoming the best at something. For others, it's not worth it. They don't care about being great. And that's perfectly fine. This is where a lot of people are split on Whiplash's theme on, is this all worth it? Is sacrificing everything needed to become great? And I guess I'm thinking it is all worth it if it means you'll be remembered forever. I can see both sides of the argument. Let's say you don't think it's worth it. You can say, since I'm thinking it's all worth it, you can argue that I have Stockholm Syndrome for Andrew towards Fletcher. Like, I think, oh, Fletcher cares about Andrew. You know, tough love, right? It was tough love. You know, this is how Fletcher works, and Fletcher is actually this genius, and this is just how he creates great musicians. And there's a secret scene at the end where Fletcher's talking to Andrew, and he's like, I'm sorry, Andrew. This is just how it works. You know, something stupid like that. If you don't think it's all worth it, meanwhile you think Fletcher is all evil and doesn't care about Andrew. Fletcher just got lucky everything turned out the way it did, and Fletcher's the worst human being ever. He's the devil. You know, like, Fletcher's just pure evil. He's horrible. He never cared about anything except getting that great musician. And Fletcher's the real winner here. Fletcher's the only one that has a happy ending. You know, Andrew, he's dead pretty much. And yeah, both sides have a point. I guess Fletcher wins either way, right? If when Fletcher embarrasses Andrew on the big stage, like if Andrew leaves and doesn't come back, he quit drumming. There's no coming back from that. Fletcher wins, he made Andrew quit, he got his payback. But if Andrew comes back, and he did come back, Fletcher gets his Charlie Parker. So he wins either way. And I feel like that's what makes it such a good movie, because you can argue both sides. I don't know, some days I feel different. Maybe Andrew has Stockholm Syndrome. Or maybe, you know, whatever. So if you haven't seen Whiplash, I recommend it. Give it a watch because it's the best movie of all time.